There you go.
And it is an all new Drinks to Words by. And yeah, I think we're finally recording. We're finally doing it.
We're
Vert,
doing it and
yeah,
doing it and doing it well.
yeah. We were raised out of Manhattan, but she was made from Brooklyn, as they
Mhm.
would say. Coming to you live virtually this week. A lot of stuff is going on in both of our lives, and this was
Yeah,
kind of the only way we could do it today. Which I'm not gonna lie, we haven't done one of these in a while, and it always
I've not.
brings me back to life in quarantine, if you will.
The
So
virtual life that we lived for so
yeah,
long.
and that I've been rumoring and telling people that it's coming again.
Well, the way I feel right now, yeah, I'm actually sick right now.
Wow, do you have the vid or what do you got?
No, I mean, I don't believe I have the vid. I will probably take a test tomorrow. So I'm in Chicago, Chi Town, the windy city, and believe you me, it has been windy. So I have been here now since it's Thursday, the second. I've been here since Sunday. Yeah, Sunday. I think it was the 29th. Anyway, so yeah, it's been an interesting fucking trip. I don't think I have the vid. One of my coworkers was ill and seems to have been passing the bug around. So, which sucks really fucking bad because we're about to be really, really, really fucking busy, and it sucks to be sick when you're busy. As you can see from the lighting,
Yeah,
hotel lighting is not
it's actually
uh,
pretty good on you.
beneficial.
It's pretty
Is
good
it?
on
Does
you.
it?
Yeah, it's great for virtual. I gotta say.
Yeah, it's very, very shiny headish. I don't know what to say.
Yeah, yeah. It is,
I mean, it's been an interesting trip. I'm tell you, it's been an interesting fucking trip, man.
and we'll talk about a little bit more about that. But because this is drinks to words by, what you drinking?
I am drinking currently whiskey and uh, ginger ale. I'm mixing between ginger ale and Coke just because there's only two bottles I have. I'm trying to like even it out. I
Now,
probably shouldn't be drinking because I'm
I
sick,
know
but
I was
you
gonna
know,
say that.
when does it ever stop this? When does it ever stop this?
It would stop
I need to
me
go
for
sleep.
sure.
I actually, dude, I'm not sleeping much, so I gotta, like, I'm trying to knock myself out. Like, a part of me did not want to do the show today. I'll be dead serious with you. I wanted to call you, like, I can't do it, but I wanted to eat some soup and go to bed. But here
Yeah,
I am, fighting through, fighting the good fight for this show.
like a champ that you are. Not that I didn't want to do the show, but I've been falling asleep while driving, and I don't know
Guess
why.
you're gonna stop soon.
Yeah, I've just been really, really tired, and I took a nap, which is another reason why we are kind of late because I'd had nothing set up, and I woke up at the time that I texted you of like, hey, is this still going on today? So and then I had to go prep the drink that I was making.
Oh, what is it? What are we having?
I'm bringing out the Buchanans that you gave me.
We gave you, yes. I wouldn't say gifted because I wouldn't gift that to anybody. My worst enemy. It was just like, hey, you want it? Take it.
It's and I'm drinking it on the rocks. So
You're drinking straight Bucanas?
yeah, I did some unconstitutional things with it the other day. I made an old fashioned with it. Don't. Let me just say, don't.
Don't do that.
It's not worth it. It's not worth the ingredients. I got some bitters and some soda, and I didn't have simple because I heard this trick that I'm doing now with my old fashions, and I'm using pancake syrup. So I'm using maple syrup for the simple.
What?
Yeah, you didn't hear about that?
No, I'm not a bartender, so that's not one of my tricks of the trade type of thing that I'm going to hear.
Yeah, if you ever run out of simple syrup, just use pancake mix or pancake syrup.
Take a
Maple
syrup.
syrup.
There's a huge
Yeah.
difference there, buddy.
Although, you could just make your pancakes a
Yeah,
little.
you want an old fashioned pancake? Here you go. It's like, oh, it's So whiskey-ish in my pancake.
Good stuff, man. You know, nice old pancake. So yeah. So let's talk about now. Did you do the duty free? That's what everyone really talks about is the duty free in the airport because they're like, oh, it's a steal. It's duty free. I'm not paying taxes on it, so it's cheaper.
It's not.
That's just a vicious rumor that everyone tells
Well, here's
themselves
the thing. It's
to
like
buy
it's
stuff.
like okay, you're not paying taxes, but it doesn't mean you're not paying extra for what that item costs. Like you can find the item cheaper elsewhere. So it's like even with tax, it doesn't really benefit you. Know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm trying.
Like the benefit is like you get a duty free and then you get it on the plane. You can carry it on the plane with you, so to speak. You know, obviously you can't like have it protruding because they frown upon you drinking outside liquor like any bar. You know, you can buy drinks on the plane, so it's like, hey, uh, but yeah, I mean, I haven't found anything at duty free that it's warranted that I must buy. Like, when's the last time you traveled?
That's what I'm trying to figure out. When was the last time I traveled? Oh shoot, I don't even know. That's a good question. I don't travel. Like I just I stay at home pretty much, and
Do you want to travel? Do you want to like go? Hey, you know what? Albert needs a fucking an Albert week.
um, yeah. I mean, I do. I just hmm. Now that I think about it, I don't know. I do need it out. I've been wanting to do Vegas, but I can't do anything right now. Um, all my
No.
I'm not I was given some information about my life and what to
What you
do
can
right
or
now.
cannot do?
Yeah, what I can and cannot do until after the until after I'm done getting into escrow on my place. So
Oh, did you put this information on the last show? I'm sorry, I
did
haven't
I?
watched
I
it.
think I
I've been
did.
really busy. I've
Um,
been really busy.
yeah, yeah,
You
yeah,
had
yeah.
Maria as a guest
Yes,
host.
yes, yes. It was Maria and Andrea was the bartender. Min couldn't make it, so it was just us three. So it was really nice. And yes,
Uh, by the way, thank you for your service, sir. Thank you, thank you.
thank you for your patriotism. But however, Memorial Day is about memorializing those that
The
paid the
people, yeah,
ultimate
yeah,
price. So,
yes.
um,
So we actually it wasn't Memorial Day, but we recently. So I guess there's a tradition against servicemen, not against, but for servicemen, that you leave a shot on the table undrank. Correct?
um, I try to think, and no, no.
Well, the servicemen that I work with, they left the shot on the table. It's for those who could not be here because they passed in combat.
Okay, yeah, okay. I mean, no, our whole thing was, we would all have dinner, um, and what do we call it? And then we would, have the, rifle and the boots and the helmet, in the floor and stuff like that, and that was kind of our thing. But we never left the shot on the table. Marines wouldn't do that. It'd be like, and like they'd be like this whoever is dead that's a marine would not want this shot to like not be drank, you know what I mean? So
Yeah.
but that's just kind of our thing. Might have changed. I mean, I've been out for like over 20 years, but I'm still getting benefits. Like I was going into escrow and like my agent and my lender and everybody felt so patriotic because it was going through a memorial Memorial Weekend, and they were just like, "Oh my God, this is great. We have a veteran, and it's Memorial Weekend," and they were just, they were just so happy.
Riding your cock at that point.
Yeah, and I was like, "Yes, yes, get me a
Yes,
lower
yes,
interest
yes, yes.
rate. Get
Yeah,
me."
yeah, yeah, yeah. I need 0.1%.
Yeah, for your country, madame. Uh, you know, but it felt weird. It felt weird to be like in a position where, and of course, during a time where it's it's kind of a military thing going on, like a military holiday in a sense, and people are just wanting to help. They just because they want to have some sort of sense of duty, um, you know, for not having served. So it was interesting, yeah. And I did talk about it. I'm right now in escrow in my house, or I was going into escrow, and now it's, dude, I've been so busy with paperwork. I mean, when you do a big purchase like this, the like, I wish it was just like okay, here it is. All right, cool, we're good. You know what I mean? But
Yeah, no.
um, when you purchase a house or a condo, you know, I I think about it like playing cards, except you have to show all your cards. You're like, this is exactly how much I'm betting. This is exactly how much I
Yeah,
have. You
you
know,
can accept it or not. Yeah.
yeah. You can either take my money or I'm running away with it. So yeah, and it's really weird to just be so nonchalant about your finances, when they're doing the numbers, and I'm like, I can't do that. And they're like, well, why can't you do that? And then I got to run the numbers by them. I'm like, well, there's gas, there's all my bills that I still have to pay. There's, you know what I mean? Like, I can do this if I didn't have bills or gas, and this was a
Yeah, if
perfect
I didn't have a
world.
life.
Yeah. And by the way, I mean, once this thing goes, I'm not going to have a life for about a year. So that's going to kind of be my life for a bit, just kind of staying at home and working and just doing that. The first year, they say, is the hardest year because you're waiting to refinance. You're waiting for that first chance of finance, and then your mortgage goes down, which was the most appealing thing because I'm like, rent always goes up, it never goes down, and mortgages go down. So I was like, that's kind of
Yeah, but
cool.
you're kind of betting against yourself at that point. You're also having to deal with the market. Like the market can fucking flip, and you're like, oh, I'm fucked. I can't fucking refinance because the market just flipped. I only say this
Well,
because
yeah.
I lived through that situation. I did collections, and it used to be hand over fist, and then everybody all of a sudden like fucking the bottom fell out, like it's currently happening, and people were in fucking bad situations.
Yeah, I didn't think about that, because I'm like, okay, look at us talking like adults
Look
about
at those there, right?
about stuff.
Fuck
But
this. Let's change the subject.
I know everyone's like, we didn't get this, we didn't do this podcast just to talk about financing and fucking mortgages.
Yeah, yeah, and percentages and shit. Yeah, I'm over here like, look at my nice mini rock glass that
that
I
is
came across.
that is really nice, man. It made me feel
Right?
like you were such a giant. I was like, look at
Yeah,
him.
right. So, um, we had a dinner at a restaurant, and they served shots out of this, and this happened to just appear on my desk. I'm not gonna say what happened, but I now have a mini rock glass that will be for the shot for later. I'm gonna pour it right now for our final cheers because I have a rock glass.
Yeah, that's
It's
cool.
fucking awesome. It's actually pretty awesome. But yeah, so I'm happy for you. I'm sad for me, but I'm happy for you.
Why are you sad for you?
Look, man, you're moving further away.
Yes, I am. You're
You're
absolutely
moving
right.
further away. Even from where I'm currently at. If I wasn't where I'm currently at, and I was where
Yeah.
any area that I'm at, you move further away, and it's gonna be a lot harder. Like our show is gonna be different.
Yes, I think we talked a little bit about that, but let's go into that. Because of where I'm moving to, and I mean, I'm not making any, everyone knows I'm moving to Inglewood, and where the cove is to there is, far. And
Or
I'm not gonna want to drive every week, especially because we would do it so early in the morning. And the reason why we did it early in the morning was because I lived so close. I live literally 5 minutes away. So to wake
if
up,
not less.
yeah. So to wake up at like 9:30, change and put on clothes and get the equipment and go to the cove, super easy. But now it's like at least, and not counting traffic, at least an hour away. So I would have to wake up at 8:30, or actually 8 just to be out by 8:30, 8:45,
Well,
and
no, Sunday there's no traffic.
yeah. So I would have to wake up earlier and then drive. And not only that, but then, I'm at the cove and the allure of the cove would come calling and I just wouldn't feel comfortable driving home. I felt comfortable driving home because I live 5 minutes away. So I'm like, it's 5 minutes, it's less than 5 minutes away. But now I'm playing such a real game, especially because now I have a mortgage. So yeah, so we're gonna do virtual, but once a month we will be doing the Cove. So it'll be more of an event now.
Oh, I love how you made this decision without me.
I mean, I know you would say
I
yes.
no no no. I'm just saying it's like I wasn't like in this conversation. You're bringing this on me right now. Like I'm just like, oh, okay,
I mean,
okay.
you would say yes. You'd say yes. I'm assuming you would
Really?
say yes.
How do you know? How do you know?
I
Maybe
don't
I want to say no out of spite. I don't know.
know. Well, then it's virtual forever, and no one's gonna see me. So, but you can see David all the time. Um, so yeah, so in theory, I mean, me and David will still talk more about it, but in theory, that's kind of the plan for now. But luckily, we're gonna finish off this season, and first I got to get to well, we're gonna finish it off. I don't know if it's gonna be virtually, half not. It's just gonna depend on a lot of things once I move. But I will say this: working at my job, I have a lot of free boxes, and I've just been like loading up on boxes right now. So this weekend's gonna be a pre-packaged weekend for me. So I got like 20 days to pack, and I'm gonna use all those 20 days to start packing and getting all my stuff ready to move if everything works out. Everyone, it's funny because everyone's like, oh, they're like, yeah, around this time you should be able to move if everything works out, and so we'll see. But it's interesting to plan your getaway. It's like okay, now I gotta leave, and how am I
Well,
gonna do this?
were we talking? Were we talking to you about like having a housewarming at the Cove because it's so far and nobody's gonna go to fucking Inglewood? So it's
Yeah,
like we have housewarming at the Cove.
which I'm totally for. I'm totally to just park my car, open up the trunk, tell everyone go ahead, load it all up, close
No, no,
it,
no, yeah.
and then come inside and be like, all right, let's party. You know what I mean? Or either that, or bring a get a Uber or something and be like, load up the Uber's car. All right, Uber guy, stay here. I'm gonna party. So there's still a lot to go on and still a lot to do, but generally everybody is excited for me. When I've had so many people come up to me and say how excited they are and how proud they are of me, and I'm just like I'm in awe. I'm just like, dude,
Yeah.
I'm just it not that I had it happen. It all happened by accident, but I'm like, dude, it's just closer to work. You know what I mean? I'm like, I'm not doing this because I wanted to. I'm not doing this because I needed that. I felt like a need to have a home. I was like, it's just it was either rent or this other thing. But I was always looking for something closer to work, just because the drive has been killing me, and I've been just kind of falling asleep lately while driving. So that's scary, man. That's scary when
Yeah,
I'm just like I gotta wake myself up. So yeah, so it was basically out of that. I wasn't trust me, I wasn't trying to leave um, the San Gabriel Valley. I thought I was always gonna, and you never know, I could come back. You know what I mean? Sell that thing for a major profit and then just laugh all the way back here. Um, but I'm my whole life is here, so that doesn't mean I'm still not gonna be here. I'm not gonna be here often, but my friends are here, my family's here. Um, it's weird because, and I don't know if this is just a California thing, but if you move more than like 10 minutes away, more than like 10 miles away from everybody, it does feel like you're moving out of state. you know, like you're never gonna see everybody again.
yeah. It's so far away now. Like I can't see you.
I know. And I'm like, I'm only an hour drive with traffic, maybe an hour and a half.
No, don't lie. That's fucking far.
Yeah,
Inglewood's fucking
yeah. It's basically Santiago. Like you're going there,
yeah.
but we'll see. But again, I plan on being busy regardless and just working a lot. And this first year again, just trying to keep up with everything and make sure that I'm well set. The hardest part is, um, you know, moving the money around, the money for the mortgage and the bills, and like I'm still trying to. I went through a kind of a test this week with moving my money around and seeing how I would do it. I'm like, okay, if this is due this day, this is due that day. Okay, how do I do this with still having some sort of money in my regular account, just for gas and food.
Yeah.
So I'm mastering that.
No, you were spending less than gas. Like fuck, at this point, you can ride your bike to work.
I know. I probably could, but it would be a lot. It would be. I wonder how long of a. It was probably like a 30-minute bike ride. There, it's a ten
You should
minute.
you should try it on your day off. Like I don't know, I'm just gonna ride my bike to fucking work. See what it takes me.
Yeah. You know what the thing is though is like here in West Covina, this is like the suburbs. So
It is.
I feel more comfortable driving a bike in the suburbs than it is in Inglewood's more of a city vibe. You know what I mean? And I'm just like, I got to get comfortable with just first that aspect of it before I could start writing.
Yeah.
Buchanans. I will be at for some of my housewarming presents. I will be asking for liquor. Like, look, I can't afford this stuff right now, so just I need a year's worth of liquor. So we'll see.
On the couch or fucking pants.
Yeah,
I need this.
I can't afford the good stuff. So let me know. And if you want to help us out, we are on the Venmo, ladies and gentlemen. Go ahead and hit us up. Drinks towards buy. So the Venmo's been light lately. I'm not gonna lie.
It's been like a lot lately.
It's more like Venmo or Venno. You know what I mean?
Ben, no, yeah.
Yeah. It's like, what do we do? What have we
And
done?
it's funny because we're getting more downloads and we're getting more people fucking listening,
I
but
know.
like it's like nobody's giving up $1. $1. That's what we ask. $1 per download. If you can
Yeah.
download or you can listen lit, $1.
$1 a day, and you could help these two strapping lads drink for a week. So that's all we need. So enough of the pandering, though. Yeah. So yeah, that's pretty much all my life has been lately. Um, just getting ready to move and stuff like that. I can't say it's been very productive. So I really don't have that much to talk about other than just the boring, minutia of getting, ready to move and boxes and stuff like that.
Oh, I
You,
got you.
yeah,
Okay, so look, I gotta use restroom. Pick a left or right.
I'm gonna go right. Wait, there's two
Okay, right.
restrooms.
I have two bathrooms in my room.
That's insane. Okay,
I
now
literally have two full bathrooms in my room.
now are you?
This is what I tell you. This has been a crazy fucking trip. On top of me being sick, I have two bathrooms,
Well, that's cool.
and that's not even though that isn't the craziest part of my trip to Chicago, which isn't done until next Wednesday. I don't come back till Wednesday. This is this Thursday. This is the second. I don't come back till the 8th. I still have like a week left.
Wow, wow.
Yes.
Well, go use the
So
restroom.
yeah, I'll use the right one. And I'll
Yeah,
use the left one next time if I have to.
yeah.
But entertain the crowd.
Okay. I now the crazy part is I thought he was gonna take his earbuds and stuff like that. And I'm like, oh, we're gonna listen to David take a leak. Let's see how long it takes for David to use the restroom, shall we? If it's a piss, it should be about less than a minute. He should be back. But if it's longer, then maybe, just maybe, he took a shit. I'm just saying. But what do you think? Email us, drinkswordsby at gmail.com. Go ahead. Anything that we talked about is all fair game. It doesn't even matter if it's from a older episode. Email us. We want to talk to you and we want you to reach out. So go ahead and make sure to email us, drinkswordsby at gmail. Did you wash your hands?
Yes, I rinsed them. I didn't
You
use soap.
rinsed
I
them.
just kind of. It's my own dick. Fuck
I
you.
know, but you're sharing
Right
the
now.
apartment with other people, right?
No, it's my room.
Wait, it's one room and two bathrooms. Okay. I thought it was like,
Yes,
okay,
this is what I'm trying to
it's
fucking tell
one
you. Look,
room.
I have my own. When I work here, I get my own fucking room. I get my own. Whether it may not always be a king bed, it may be two queens, which this place is like two fools. I'm. This hotel is not what it would be like a couple years ago, probably pre-COVID. We've had some issues at this hotel, but it's fun. Uh, and that's not even the worst of it. Like, dude, I'm telling you, I have two full bathrooms in my hotel room. I'm not staying with anybody else. It's me. I have two beds. I have two bathrooms.
And two showers.
I have two showers. I
Do
have two
you
sinks, two toilets, two fuck. I could piss in one and shit in the other. Fuck.
that's the dream.
That's the dream. That's the dream.
So
That's not even the worst thing that's happened to me, dude.
I mean,
Oh my
I
god.
wouldn't consider those two things worst. I would consider those cool things. But what's the worst
But
thing
they're
that
funny. They're funny. They're funny.
yeah.
So okay. So today is Thursday the second, correct?
Yes, but this show is probably gonna be aired on Sunday.
Yeah, which is fine. But
Yeah.
we're letting people know.
Yeah. You're in on the secret. We didn't do it on
So
Sunday.
okay.
Oh
So
my god.
I'm in Chicago. Think about that. What have we heard about Chicago lately?
That Kanye refuses to be from Chi-Town.
No, but okay.
No,
So
I just made that up. I don't
so
even know if that's true.
yesterday. No, I have to take like either a Lyft or a taxi to get to work and back from work. Right. Sorry, Metro's hurting me right now. It's fucking I'm sick. So on the way back from work to our hotel, it's me and two of my coworkers. Our taxi driver just like randomly starts fucking fading into another lane. Like he's just like, and I hear a honk because I'm on the passenger side. I hear a honk, and I look over and we're really close to a car, and I'm like, hey, 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 like, whoa, 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 there's a car right here. And I look over, and when I look up, because we're not paying attention, we're like literally in the middle of the lane. He finally gets over to the fucking left lane, like he should. The car creeps up next to us, and the guy pulls a gun out, and he's waving the gun, like shaking the gun at the driver.
What?
Yes,
Did
I
you
had a gun pulled on me in Chicago.
did I mean were you did you feel at home though, like in LA? Like were you just
I go, like, I've had a gun pulled on me in two different states.
Jeez. It's getting rough out here. This town's getting too
Welcome,
crazy.
welcome, welcome to Chicago, sir. I'm telling you, dude. This has been a crazy trip. I like now the gun wasn't necessarily pulled on me, but it was brandished in my direction.
Yeah.
And in your mind, you start thinking like, okay, what could have happened? He shoots the driver. We crash. The driver speeds up. Now I'm in the line of sight. A lot of shit could have fucking happened.
Yeah.
And we really think that the driver didn't shoot only because that dude had passengers.
No. No, I don't think so. I think he would have shot regardless. When you're in
No,
that
I'm telling you. Because we think like honestly, he fucking like he would have shot, but there was witnesses because he wouldn't have been able to take
got it.
every witness out. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Yeah, yeah. Okay, now I know
So
what you're
yeah,
saying. I thought like he's like, oh my god, there's there's two other people in there. I must spare their life. I thought you were thinking like that.
there's three people. It's like no, I can't kill them all. It's gonna be a witness.
Yeah, yeah. Were you?
Yeah,
Did you guys?
Chicago.
Did you pull out your camera to start videotaping just in case or?
No, man. No, you're not thinking about. That's bullshit. Like we can say what we want, dude. Me getting my phone out was not the first thing that I thought about when I'm like, oh look, I see a gun. Hey,
Yeah.
let me film this. Yeah, no, fuck that shit.
What were you thinking from a security standpoint? Like, were you?
I was thinking, okay, now I have to fucking protect the girls that I'm with, my coworkers. I'm in the line of sight. It's like, okay, he's aiming for one person, but I'm more likely to get shot because if the driver decides to speed up, now the line of sight comes back to me. So yeah, I'm thinking like, there's nothing that I can do. You can't. It's hard to fit three people in the fucking back seat of any car, let alone a fucking Prius, and we're fucking like this. Like I can't duck because we're all stuck. No, it's fucked up.
Oh man! Now, was that the craziest thing that's happened? Is there any new crazy? Did you? I remember when you said that you were gonna go there. You were gonna do the deep dish, and you were planning your entire day
I
around
have
that.
not. No. So what happened was I was trying to plan deep dish, and I talked to my coworkers, and we were gonna do pizza. We ended up in an entirely different place that doesn't do deep dish. I still need to do deep dish. I did do a Chicago dog, which was delicious. I did a Chicago dog. I did an Italian beef, which wasn't as delicious. But a deep dish pizza still needs to happen.
When are you planning for that to go
It's
down?
gonna be hard because I'm busy. So like, if we didn't do the show, I could have probably actually I wanted some soup steak and stuff. So
Yeah,
I don't know. I mean, I can get away with deep dish. I have a couple of days. I still have like a good amount of days left here
yeah,
in Chicago.
yeah. You got like
I'll
six
get back to
days.
living.
So, um, any pro tips for when traveling? Do you have any? Do you remember when we used to do? I feel so old. Do you remember, David? When we used to do, what do we used to do? Like we used to do like tips. What would we call them?
Well,
Um,
I thought it was like bar tips, but
yeah,
nothing like life tips.
yeah. No, but we used to do like quarantine tips or whatever. But uh,
Oh well, we used to do the quarantine pickup lines. I remember
yeah.
that.
Oh, I gotta bring those back. I gotta bring those back. Yeah, I haven't been able to pick up on anything lately. Well,
I mean,
lately, like I'm such a
as
stud.
opposed to
I know.
the last 10 years.
I'm just
Okay.
I was just thinking
Dry
that. I was
spell,
like,
huh? Dry spell.
the Mojave Desert doesn't get as dry. Um, yeah, yeah. But any tips while in Chicago for people?
Uh, take taxis over lifts. Lifts are highway robbery over here. Dude, it cost me $100 to get from the airport to the hotel.
That's retarded,
Dude, they're
ridiculous.
charging they're charging fees for nothing. For shit that doesn't make sense, dude. They're charging a city fee. Chicago's charging a fee. The Navy port is charging a fee. I'm not even by the fucking ocean. Dude, it is fucking ridiculous. Outside of the fact that I almost got shot, the shit over here is fucking ridiculous.
Everyone gets a taste. Jeez, it's insane. Sports.
Chicago, Chicago is not what I don't make Chicago a fucking like a bucket list destination. You can come here, cool, but stay safe.
Again, that follows into sports. I would go to
Sports.
Chicago to watch the Dodgers play. You know, go hit up the Fenway. You know, or not Fenway. Wrigley Field.
Really good.
Yeah, yeah. That is a destination that I do want to do though. Go to Chicago,
Me too.
catch a Dodger
Me
game
too.
over there.
I would like to do Wrigley Field. I don't have the time for that shit right now,
And you
dude. I'm
hate
so fucking.
baseball.
I'm not a fan of baseball. You know.
But you would go just to be there at the stadium.
Yes, I would. I would. I would. There are a couple stadiums that I would love to just be at. One is Wrigley Field, Fenway, and then probably New York Stadium.
What about where they?
No, well, I have New Cleveland because it's Jacobs Field, but
Yeah.
I don't know what they call it now. Yeah.
What about where they do Wimbledon? Out there in London. No, that's not a stadium, right? They do it at just anywhere.
Yeah, Wimbledon Stadium. Well, Wimbledon Stadium. Yeah, stadium. I would do tennis. I like tennis. I enjoy
I do
tennis.
too.
So yeah,
I've got to see Nadal and the other guy play a few times. Uh,
Federer.
yeah, Federer. I've got to see them.
Federer.
I've got to see them play a few times. That was kind of cool. Yeah, I'm not like a big fan of tennis, but you know, I would.
How long since I talked to you?
Been like 2 weeks.
Did we talk Champions League? So Champions League. My team won Champions League. They
Mm.
won the Super Bowl of soccer. Real Madrid.
That's crazy because I think the Super Bowl of soccer would be the World Cup.
It's not. The World Cup is its own entity. Because that's countries. Uh, Champions final is teams. They're
Yeah,
they're teams of different people together coming together. So
yeah.
it's like that's the Super Bowl. The World Cup is like the Olympics of soccer. It's like happens once every 4 years. It's country versus country. Yeah, no, that's what that is. Olympics is amazing. This year I feel it's gonna suck because it's in Qatar. Normally the World Cup is during the summer because they're in Qatar and it's too fucking hot. The World Cup is gonna be done in like December.
Really, that's kind of cool.
Yeah, it's not cool because it's in the middle of league. Like
Right.
soccer leagues, professional soccer leagues play like September through till like March, May, and you're gonna cut the entire fucking season off because everybody's playing the World Cup.
So they might as well not even do the season.
They have to though. It's too much money. There's billions of dollars in fucking soccer.
And speaking of billions of dollars in soccer, there is some people that own the Dodgers that now own.
Chelsea.
Yeah,
Hmm.
that's insane.
I've heard this. I've heard this.
And I'm just like, dude, they're just picking up on all the teams. They're just buying all the cool teams.
Well, Chelsea sucks. So yeah,
Chelsea FC. I was like,
yeah.
I don't know
Right
why.
now, right now, Chelsea really sucks. They're getting rid of Lukaku. Pulisic is leaving. Pulisic was is the American like dream player that's in Europe. He's gonna leave. He actually talked shit about American fans for not showing up because they're qualifying and shit.
Yeah. Chelsea FC. If you were to put them with like that you would be like, oh, like they're the this team of this team, you know what I mean? So people that don't know Chelsea, like they're like the galaxy of soccer, you know what I mean? Or they're
No,
like,
here's what I do. Here's what I do. To put it for you right now,
yeah.
Chelsea right now is probably the Diamondbacks of baseball.
Oh my god. Wow. Where they get good players and then they just fucking throw a turd. Okay.
Yeah,
Got it. Got it.
that's the equivalent. That's the equivalent. Yeah.
All right. The basketball is happening now, and it is Golden State versus the Celtics.
Yeah, the game's actually going on right now, right?
Yeah, I'm watching it actually.
I can't. Oh, I should know.
It's on
Yeah.
ABC.
I was concentrating on the show more than the game. But hey, fuck you.
I'm not even. It's just on. It's just something on. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. Just it's just like at a regular bar. You're like, well, something's on. Don't necessarily have to pay attention to it, but I'll look at it.
Yeah.
Who do you like?
Uh, I would prefer the Celtics win, but I think Golden State's gonna win
Yeah.
it. 4-2. They're gonna win it 4-2.
All right. I'm going Golden State. 4-1.
Oh, okay. Well, 5 game series. Then.
Yeah. Yeah. Because I mean, this is the first time the Cel. Not that I'm a big basketball fan or anything like that,
Yeah.
but
Right.
I'm like Golden State's always been in it, and this is the first time I've ever seen the Celtics in like I can't even tell you when. So I'm like, I don't know. I don't think the Celtics can do it. But I know nothing. We all know nothing. You gotta play the game, right?
That's the game.
Stanley Cup Finals happen in about 2 weeks. So that's
Right
gonna be.
now, I know the Rangers are playing Tampa Bay. Who else is playing?
Let me look at this magical device.
Yeah, you do that because my phone is my camera. So,
Yes, Colorado and Edmonton.
ooh, okay, that's Colorado, Colorado Edmonton versus Tampa Bay Rangers. Rangers won the first game. I know that for sure.
Yeah, so that is happening. The baseball final full swing going on. So I'm still surprised that the Angels are doing good. I'm just like, what world are we living in? And I ran into a person that grew up in Orange County, and they're like, but they were Giants fans. Like, yeah, I'm a Giant fan because of my kid. He's a Giant fan, and I'm like, where'd you grow up? She's like, oh, Orange County. And I'm like, well, I don't know, man. I'm like, you could have been an Angel fan, but you chose Giants. I'm like, I don't know. It's like pick your poison. I'm like, oh man, how do you live with yourself? I was telling her. It was pretty
I
funny.
see that right there. That comment right there is a Dodger fan being pretentious. Like
Yeah,
you were like so over the top. Like calm the fuck down.
I can't be pretentious when it comes to baseball from time to time. I'm not gonna lie.
A little bit, yeah.
But you gotta give people shit. You know what I mean? Like, I think that.
No, you don't. You actually honestly don't have to give people shit. You can just enjoy a fucking game and not yell at the top of your lungs for a RBI in game 20. Calm the fuck down. You have over 140 games left. Baseball is too long.
It's actually like
Before I'll say it
160.
again, I will say it to the day I fucking die. Baseball is too long.
Yeah, it's actually if they had 20, if they were in game 20, they would have actually have like 162 games left. But whatever. Um, so yeah, yeah, but I mean, but that's part of the fun of being a sports fan. You know what I mean? If somebody doesn't, well, the gift and the curse. Let me allow myself to retort. Gift and curse. Because there are those fans, and I'm not one of them, dude. I mean, yeah, I'll give you shit, but I'm not gonna do anything. I'm not gonna like mess with your car or like try to like pick a fight or anything like
Fight
that.
you and give you brain damage. Yeah, yeah, no.
Yeah, I'm not gonna do any of that stuff. It's all in sheer fun. You know what I mean?
You know
Um,
what the problem is? I think that my biggest problem is like last time I went to a Dodger game. That wasn't last time, but like the time before is people talking shit to a Cardinals fan who's there with his son, and his son was at best 10 years old, and they're talking shit to this guy, and he's with his son who's 10 years old, and I'm like, dude, that's a piece of shit right there. But no other Dodger fan was willing to tell him, hey, shut the fuck up. And I think that's the bigger problem is that you guys just accept bad fans.
well, we do because we know that they're Raider fans too. So we're just like, you know, that that that
That no,
that
that doesn't
DNA,
make it better.
that DNA where I'm like, I'm a Dodger fan with a twist of Charger. You know what I mean? So,
Yeah,
and a pinch of Kings. You know what I mean? And
but you get what you understand what I'm trying to say.
yeah,
It's like
yeah,
it's like you have to police yourself more than anything to help your own fan base. And
yeah,
Dodger fans, it's not a good fan base
yeah. We fight
from top to
ourselves.
bottom. From top to bottom.
Yeah,
Top to bottom.
yeah. We fight ourselves too, which is stupid. So I'm just like, dude, but there are other teams there. You should just fight those guys. But no, we fight each other too. So I have yet to make it out to a game, and it's crazy because usually by this time I have made it to at least 3 or 4 games, but I've yet to make it out to a game. It is what it is. Anything else happening in sports? It's weird. Me and Maria had we had our usual sports segment of just not talking about sports, and then we're like, that's it. And I'm like, okay, now I can talk with David about it. But now I'm just like, oh, what else is happening? And I'm like, I think
I
nothing's
don't
about.
know. I mean, we've covered hockey, we covered baseball, we covered soccer. That's about it right now. That's all that's going on.
Yeah, basketball we covered. So
Even covered tennis at one point.
yeah,
Fucking the done.
we did.
Yeah, we
We
covered tennis.
did. We did. Okay then. You know,
That goes to the sports section.
yeah, that was our sports. And last call. Last call for
Let's go.
topics. Any topics that you think we've missed on the table?
Let me see. We covered the gun draw. We covered me finding a cup that may have disappeared from a restaurant. Okay. Deep dish. Chicago. I'm sick. No, no, I'm good right now.
Okay, I got one that I wrote down that I'm very curious about, and the final this final topic. I don't know what was going on, but I wrote the best versus perfection, and I guess what I was meaning. I don't know. You have to sometimes go into the drunk Albert. Like, why would I
Yeah.
write that? And I have to too. I'm like, why would I write that? Because there are perfectionists, but there are people that also do their best. And just because you do your best doesn't mean that that thing is perfect. Do you consider yourself a perfectionist, or do you consider yourself doing something the best? Or what's your take on that?
Well, there's no perfect, so I would say that I would be more the person who tries to make things better.
Yeah. I'm not a perfectionist as well. I'm like, it's done. It's
Yeah,
over. It's done. Is it perfect? It's done. That's what matters.
that's what matters.
Yeah. Oh, and when I just saw this right now, a commercial. It was your take on the trial of the century, Johnny Depp versus
It was
Amber.
not the treasure. I didn't fucking watch any of it. I don't care about any of it. They're fucking two rich people who want to have a fucking divorce, and people got interested. Fuck that. As a society, we are way too fucking involved in other people's lives because they're famous. Fuck them. They don't know who the fuck you are. Why do you care? Why do you care whose side you pick? Because look, if you want to do that for fucking Johnny Amber, there's 400 other cases going on right now at your local fucking police precinct that you can fucking like, woo! Go fucking Quan. Go fucking Candace. That's the thing. It's like, dude, you can't. As a society, we're fucked. We're fucked.
I wouldn't say that. We're 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 just
Okay,
obsessed. We're
let's
just
look at this.
obsessed
Okay,
with
okay, okay. We went from mass shooting to mass shooting to mass shooting. We're not fucked.
right. Well, I don't know what to say about that.
No, I'm asking
There's
you. As a marine, what's your take on gun rules,
oh man, it's tough.
gun laws? How do you say it?
It I
Mind
okay.
you, before you answer, the guy, the Tulsa shooter at the hospital, bought the gun the same day.
Yeah, I just found that out. I was like, what happened to the background check? What happened to, like here in
It's only on
California?
handguns, must assault rifles. You don't need background check.
I didn't know that. Well, I have like a personal rule. I think you should only be allowed to own 3 guns. That's being a little excessive, but I was able to justify it by saying, okay, you should have at least one handgun. You should have, because I could justify that close quarters combat. Someone's robbing your house. You don't want to shoot them with an AR-15. That's too close. You got to use a handgun. However, uh,
Why? Why though? Why is the AR-15 too close if someone's robbing your house?
oh, because when you're looking down the barrel, it's and you're in tight quarters. It's not good. So an M9 is way better for that. But I could justify having a AR-15 if you lived out in like the woods, if you live on a farm, okay, I could see that. And then the third gun that I'd be like, okay, but you really don't need it, is too excessive, is a shotgun. Those are the only 3 guns that I'm like, if you can justify having them, well, the M9 you can always justify, but an AR-15 and a shotgun, I'm like, you kind of have to justify it, having those two kind of weapons. Um, but anything after that is just too much.
Obviously, that's a state by state decision.
Right.
Here's my thing.
And of course, these are
I
all
I
my
know I
decisions
know
that
how
reflect me.
I know how to fix gun rights.
What'd you
You're
say?
gonna hate me for this.
No, I mean,
Okay, here's how you get Republican politicians to formulate gun rights. You go out and you register every black, Latino, Asian, fucking Indian, any minority. You go out and you register them to vote, but at the same time as they're voting, you register them to be able to own a gun, which is every American's right.
yeah.
But the moment that you see a bunch of minorities being able to get guns, the white Republican senators and or congressmen will say, "Hey, we need more gun rules." The more minorities that have guns, the less white people want them to have guns.
And of course, these are just your, your statements. I have mine. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Look at
Yeah.
on what I said. What do you have a differential take on what I said?
No, no, but I'm just everyone's allowed to have a gun. You know what I mean? But again, it all goes down to if you think the Constitution is a living Constitution or it was just that. It was just black and
Yeah,
white.
yeah. You
Because,
can't. You can't.
well, here's the thing. And I give this kind of speech all the time. When they wrote the Second Amendments, we were still in like the musket era. You know what I mean?
Musket.
We were
Yes.
we were
Yes.
still getting the gun, putting the round in. You know what I mean? Doing crazy shit like that. So yeah, I could see why they were like everyone should have as many guns as possible because it takes forever. If they're all preloaded, you know what I mean? It gives you a fighting chance. However, now that we live in I don't know the future, like people can have a clip filled with like 20 rounds, 30 rounds. There is no
Yeah.
minute to reload.
What the Tulsa hospital killer? He bought the gun the same day.
Yeah.
He went to the store, bought the gun, got the gun the same day. There aren't enough gun rules. If you say, I think the talking point is that like, oh, they're trying to take our guns. No, it's not. We want to take your guns. It's like, hey, maybe better people should have guns than fucking
Yeah.
psychopaths.
But who's to say who a psychopath is? You know what I mean? There's still that argument.
An
Like,
eval test. There are tests for that.
are there?
Like, hey, yes, there are.
I'd be down if like everyone has to see a psychiatrist. You know what I mean? Or
Yes, yes, yes.
something like that. Not a like written test or anything like that. More of like, and not only
Yeah, are
that,
you mentally capable of voting again?
yeah, and not only that, but just like a driver's test, you would have to, you know, um, show that you know how to, do, discharge the weapon and all that stuff. You know what I mean? And know how to work
Yeah.
the gun. So, you know, you should have to have an ID, not an ID, but like a driver's license, like a gun license.
Yeah.
Like, okay,
Yeah.
I have this
There should
license.
be insurance. There should be insurance.
Insurance?
Yeah. You insure a gun. If you kill somebody, then they're entitled to the fucking insurance money.
Okay. I like that idea too. I
Why
mean,
not?
yeah. You were the maker of that weapon. You
You have to get insured before you buy a weapon. Like for the most part, you can't buy a car unless you're insured.
yeah.
So you can't buy a gun unless you're insured because the insurance company's like, okay, we'll cover this because we trust this person to do the right thing with the gun.
Right.
Yeah,
Yeah, so then it falls on the insurance people if
yeah,
somebody goes on a I kind of like that. I kind of like that. See, smart things happen here on Drinks Towards By. We just
yeah. Drunk smart things.
drunk smart things. Very much so. Yeah. Let's see. Let's go into our little commercial. Guys, thanks so much for tuning in to Drinks Towards By. Truly do appreciate you. If you are in so well inclined, feel free to hit us up on drinkstowardsby.com. There you'll see the plethora of streaming partners that we have. Feel free to go in there and click that subscribe button. We're also available on the YouTube. That's right. We can now check us out on YouTube and watch us. The most ironic thing is nobody's watching us; everyone's listening to us, and it's always interesting. We're more popular on audio than on video. I don't know. I still don't know how to feel about that, but I'll take whatever I can get at this point. I have no problem with that. We are
I
available.
still, you know what? Before the season ends, we need to go to Penny Pound Ice. We gotta talk
Yeah, to Gordon.
to
Yeah,
Gordon about heading over there doing a show from the fucking Penny Pound Ice.
yeah. We'll do all that. Also, even though we're there virtually here at the Cove. So they're always near and dear to our hearts. There's no other place that I'd rather party than at the Cove. Best whiskey selection in town, and like I've said, they have a pretty good handle on the gin as well. So they have a nice gin selection there too. So go ahead and hit them up, covecocktailbar.com, and let them know that Drinks Towards By sent you. Also, we mentioned it earlier. We are on the Venmo. If we are hilarious, we made you laugh, feel free to shoot us a few fazools on the Venmo at Drinks to Words By. We would really, truly appreciate it. And now it is time for the final cheers. David, what is your cheers going out to this week?
My shot glass that was not stolen from my restaurant, but was given to me by a friend. Uh, I would like to cheers the people of Chicago who have survived, because at this point, being part of whatever mayhem that's going on in this city, it is taking a toll on my fucking own personalism. So, to those who have survived, cheers to you.
Very well. And my cheers is going to go out to Al Capone, the Don of Chicago, right? Was he the king of Chicago? Am I getting those people confused?
I don't know. That's a you think.
Am I going to have
I'm
to?
not. I'm not like. I'm not familiar with Al Capone enough to know.
Neither am I. I just thought it was kind of a cool. Like,
As you should. There
sometimes
we
you,
go. Yeah.
sometimes you just wing it. Sometimes whatever.
Cheers. I'm
Cheers.
taking a shot from my small rock glass.
Yes.
Cheers.
Cheers to you.
Love you, man.
And that is going to wrap it up for this edition of Drinks Words by David. Kick him out.
I can't. I'm fucking buzzed. Leave, please. Go, go, go.
And we are out of here later.